it's calmed down a little bit, but not much. Mr. Sports Travel will be doing the rest of this video of the Cornhusker State from inside his car. But first, I wanted to show you the venue. The venue is just above that vehicle in the foreground, which says South Sioux City Cardinals. We're in the Cornhusker State. You see the van, South Sioux City Cardinals. And by the way, there is a river, so this van could be down by the river. And today, it will itself into the river. The howling wind is a cardinal. All right, so Mr. Sports Travel, the Nebraska video. Sorry, folks, not going to be on camera for this video, but you see my car here, and now I'm looking into my car. I'll tell you where I am and shut the window so you can actually hear me. And now you'll get a first-hand view of my car as I celebrate each of the 50 states.
Are you with me? When do you stay on my trip? Hands down, without question. The state of North Dakota and South Dakota. But this is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen.
Please pause while Mr. Sports Travel tries to shut the door against the wind. Against the wind. He shut the door against the wind. Now he's rolling up the window against the wind. Now he's turning off his car. Mr. Sports Travel here in the flesh. Can you see me? How's my hair doing after that 50-mile-per-hour gust outside? This is the Nebraska video. I've been in Nebraska like 5 days and thinking, oh, the winds will die down. Sure they will. And they've gotten worse and worse and worse. So, therefore, we are going to do this video right here in my car. Hopefully you can see me. Looks so pretty. Look at my hair. Looks so pretty. So I'm celebrating each of the 50 states. This is the Nebraska video. And with each of these videos, I share with you as I celebrate my 50th year on this planet. One hell of a windy trip this has been, ladies and gentlemen. I celebrate each of the 50 states plus the District of Columbia. My first visit to the state, my most recent visit, and my favorite visit to the state. Now, before telling you that, I want to thank those that have donated to Operation First Response. I greatly appreciate that. This organization, 4-star rating from Charity Navigator, helps our service members, vets, first responders, and their families. Hopefully you can see me here. I have basically a shirt as my tripod in my car. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? How about that? So thanks those for who donated. Got a little bit of a runny nose here. Hey, it's windy out. What do you expect? You probably see a little bit of this here, so maybe I'll tilt up the camera a little bit, give it a little bit of a cushion. At least in the comforts of my car, you can actually hear me. And you can't hear the wind. Believe me, you just heard the wind outside, the howling wind. So thanks those who have donated to OperationFirstResponse.org. Having a great time on the road. So let's get into the Nebraska video. South Sioux City Cardinals, Mr. Sports Travel, where are you and what was that sporting event we saw above that van? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Mini Dome. Probably one of my favorite high school basketball venues, not just in Nebraska, not just in the Midwest, in the United States of America. And that's saying a lot because Mr. Sports Travel has seen a high school game, not in every state, but in at least almost 40 states. I think at last count I'd seen more than 35 different states I've seen high school basketball. And this venue, the Mini Dome, what's unique about it is you can sort of tell if you look back at this video, if you go back to the beginning of the video, replay it, how there's not much of the dome, right? So the gym is built underground. It's hence the name Mini Dome. I mean, it's like they built this gym, a high school gym, by the way. They built this gym into the ground. And so when you walk into the gym, it's like this little, and it's not very big, it's like this little pit. And there's the gym down below there. And the seating is all in a big circle, and it is absolutely wonderful. I will try to remember to put some pictures of my visit here. I want to say I came here about 2013 or 14, maybe 2012. Still to this day, one of my favorite high school venues. So this is why I chose that here. this venue here, because also when you think of Nebraska, Nebraska has no professional sports. They've got minor league baseball, but it's AAA baseball. It's not the major leagues. They don't have MLB, and have NBA, NFL, NHL, right? So Nebraska is an amateur sports state, as is its neighbors, Iowa, South Dakota, etc. So that's why I chose this venue. And of course I chose it on the windiest day ever. Look at my hair, my curly hair. Mr. Sports Travel, looking at 50. So each of these videos I share with you my first visit to the state, my most recent visit to the state, and my favorite visit to the state. Let me start with my first visit to the state. My first sporting event visit, it's all about my sporting event visits as I celebrate each of the 50 states, turning 50 in the American Flagmobile. It was the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. 2000, that was at the old Rosenblatt Stadium. And it was a glorious afternoon. I saw 2 games, let's play 2. And this was, I think, the second day of the tournament in June of 2000. So that was my first time ever in Nebraska at the old Rosenblatt Stadium. Most recent visit, in terms of catching a sporting event, was I was actually in Omaha, as I mentioned to you, on another windy day. But that wasn't actually my most recent visit. My most recent visit was a few days ago in Hastings. And guess what? It was windy. It was windy that night. For the baseball game, I stayed overnight in Hastings. And what do you think happened in the morning? It was windy. And not as windy as this. I thought, oh, it's not going to be windy the next time in Nebraska. Here I am. It's windy. So my most recent sporting event was high school baseball game in Hastings at Duncan Field. Now, Duncan Field is an old minor league baseball park, and it's used by Hastings High School as well as Adams Central High School, the 2 high schools in that county, for baseball and for football. And Mr. Sports Travel has also been there for football. What's unique about that venue is the outfield is a sloped outfield. It's a hill where the outfielders climb up a hill to catch the ball. They don't really have those anymore. The Astros used to have Tall's Hill at their current ballpark, but they removed it a few years ago because they're a bunch of sissies. So that was my most recent event, high school baseball, a couple of nights ago. I'm in April 2022 as I shoot this video from my car because it's too windy out. Because even if I had a camera operator, he's like, dude, I'm gonna get blown away into Iowa here. You do this yourself, right? So I am the camera operator and the talent. So most recent was Hastings' first Omaha favorite. This is a tough one because I've seen high school basketball in Nebraska. As I mentioned, this is one of my favorite high school basketball venues. I've seen junior hockey here in Nebraska. There's teams in Kearney, Omaha, and Lincoln. I've obviously been to Creighton for basketball, UNL for football, basketball, baseball. I've been to Creighton for baseball, and I've seen other college basketball around the state and the College World Series. So this is a tough one. I've been to the new College World Series venue and the old one, Rosenblatt. What is my favorite sporting event ever in the Cornhusker State? Now I'm going to have to go with Big Red, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you can't really see it, although I guess I can hold it up. This school is called the Cardinals that you saw in the van there. In fact, when you drive into this town, you come across this Sioux City, South Sioux City, Nebraska. I'm across the river from Sioux City, Iowa. When you cross the river, all the street signs have a little cardinal logo. And so this community takes a lot of pride in their school. I don't know if you can see because it's so damn windy out, but my shirt says Rally Red and there's a cardinal. And so this being one of my favorite venues, I wanted to wear the Cardinal shirt, which of course I would have liked to wear outside, but it's too damn windy. Now here's the irony. One of my other favorite high school basketball venues is in Illinois and West Frankfort. And what do you think West Frankfort High School in Illinois is called? The Cardinals. So hence, 2 of my favorite high school basketball venues, both teams are named the Cardinals, one in Nebraska, one in Illinois. Now, my favorite venue in the Cornhusker State, my favorite experience, really it's an experience, not venue, favorite experience. I would have to say Big Red, Nebraska. Now Nebraska is not the Cardinals, they're the Cornhuskers, and this is the Cornhusker State. If you've never been to a Nebraska football game and you're a college football fan, you owe it to yourself to go to Nebraska. Is LSU awesome? Yes. Is Alabama awesome? Yes. Are the service academies great? Army, Navy, Air Force? Yes. But there's nothing like Nebraska football, ladies and gentlemen. Nebraska football is a religion in the state of Nebraska. And you have to go to a Nebraska game to really experience it. So my first pilgrimage, my religious pilgrimage in Nebraska football was September the 1st, 2007 on the Green Machine Tour, round 2. I did it for 3 years. You can read about it on MrSportsTravel.com. And it was the home opener against the Nevada Reno Wolfpack, and glorious day. Unlike today, well, the sun is out, not windy, crazy windy, like Toto for miles windy. And that was my first football game at Nebraska. I've since been back. I've seen another game at Nebraska football, and I've seen other sports there, the basketball, the volleyball. I've seen high school basketball championships at the Devaney Center, the new basketball gym where Nebraska plays. But there's nothing like Nebraska football. So that is my favorite experience. Now, clearly Omaha and the College World Series, being a baseball fan, that being my favorite sport, yeah, that's number 2. And I think more the Rosenblatt than the current stadium. Rosenblatt was more intimate, had more of a community feel. This one, honestly, is a more corporate. I'm not a big fan of the new College World Series ballpark. Just me, okay? Has a beautiful view of downtown, though, I will say that, from the third base side, left field line. So, this has been the Nebraska video. Probably only video, hopefully, I'll shoot inside the American flag mobile. But, of course, I haven't gotten to Alaska yet. I won't be bringing the American flag cart to Alaska. And I've knocked out the North Dakota video. Haven't done the South Dakota video yet. Would have shot that today because I came in to Nebraska from South Dakota, but too windy. But this is my only last visit to Nebraska on this trip, on the 50 States tour. So, the card is as a last resort. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Mr. Sports Travel, mrsportstravel.com. On Facebook, I'm Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, sportstravel.com. Look for all of my videos. Each video, I'm going to do a video with a sports landmark in the background to celebrate each of our beautiful 50 states. I also did the District of Columbia. You can see all those on their YouTube. Please feel free to provide your feedback. Please be nice, though. Be cordial. And welcome your feedback, welcome your thoughts. And by the way, when you donate and have donated to Operation First Response, I'm helping folks plan their sports road trip. So if you or someone you know is planning a sports road trip, I will help you plan that trip. For your $50 donation, we can do it over the phone. Maybe I can meet you in person, or we can do it via email. So, hey Joe, I want to do a ballpark trip this summer or next summer, or a college football trip. Where should I stay? Where should I go? How do I map this out? How do I get tickets? Should I buy it online? Should I buy it at the box office? Be everywhere, man. I've got you covered. I've been everywhere. I'll tell you about that. Okay. Thanks for watching the Nebraska video, the Cornhusker State. Ah, it's so nice to be in the warmth of the American flag mobile as the howling wind is outside. The howling wind of Nebraska. Until we meet again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.